Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Jake and Emily podcast. I'm Jake, and as always, I am joined by the wonderfully energetic Emily.
Hi, Jake, and hello to all of our listeners around the world. We are so happy to have you here today. If you are new to the channel, the Jake and Emily podcast is a place where we provide long-form, slow English podcasts. Our goal is to help you improve your listening skills and learn how to speak naturally using common phrases.
Indeed. Today's topic is a bit of a heavy one, but a very important one. Don't waste your life. We are going to explore what it means to truly live, how to avoid the trap of autopilot, and how to make the most of the time we have.
I love this topic, Jake. It's something we all think about late at night, isn't it? Before we dive in, I want to remind our listeners to use the shadowing technique. That means you should try to repeat what we say almost at the same time as us to practice your rhythm and intonation.
And if you find this podcast helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us keep creating these lessons for you.
Also, if you're listening on YouTube, you can turn on the captions to follow along with the text. Okay, Jake, let's get started. When you hear the phrase, "don't waste your life," what's the first thing that comes to mind?
You know, Emily, I think many people believe that not wasting your life means being busy every single second. They think they need to be working, earning money, or checking things off a to-do list. But I think that's where the trouble starts.
I totally agree. In America, we have this hustle culture. Everyone is rushing, but sometimes I feel like I'm just going through the motions. Do you know that feeling? Like you're a robot just doing what you're told.
Exactly. You're physically there, but your spirit is elsewhere. To me, wasting your life is when you stop being curious. We get so caught up in the rat race that we forget to look at the sunset or have a deep conversation with a friend.
That's a great point. I think a lot of people are waiting for the right moment to start living. They say, "I'll be happy when I get that promotion," or "I'll travel when I retire." But the truth is, life is happening right now.
It is. There is a specific idiom for this, to seize the day. It comes from the Latin Carpe Diem. It means to make the most of the present moment. If we are always living in the future, we are essentially wasting the now.
But it's hard, isn't it? We have bills to pay, we have responsibilities. How do we find the balance between being responsible and not wasting our lives?
I think it starts with intentionality. It's about asking yourself, am I doing this because I want to, or because I'm afraid of what happens if I stop? Many people are just playing it safe. They stay in jobs they hate because they are afraid of the unknown.
That hits home. I remember staying in a waitressing job for 3 years longer than I should have. I was comfortable, but I wasn't growing. I felt like I was spinning my wheels. Lots of effort, but going nowhere.
They say that on their deathbeds, people rarely regret the things they did. They regret the things they didn't do, the risks they didn't take, the words they didn't say.
That's so true. My grandmother used to tell me, "Emily, don't let life pass you by." She meant that time moves faster than we think. One day you're 20, and the next day you're 50, wondering where the years went.
It's a scary thought, but I think routine is the biggest thief of time. When every day is the same, our brains stop recording new memories. That's why a week on a new vacation feels longer than a month at the office. We need to break the mold sometimes.
I love that. Break the mold. Try something different. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, like moving to a new country. It could be taking a different path to work, or talking to a stranger, or finally starting that hobby you've been putting off.
I've noticed that people who feel they are wasting their lives often feel stuck in a rut. They feel like they're in a deep hole and can't climb out. But usually the only thing keeping them there is their own habit.
And fear of judgment. We spend so much time worrying about what our neighbors or our coworkers think. We try to live a life that looks good on the outside, even if it feels empty on the inside.
We have to remember that we are the authors of our own stories. If you don't like the chapter you're in, you have the power to change the plot. You shouldn't wait for someone to give you permission to be happy.
Jake, let's talk about the emotional side of this. When I think about not wasting my life, I think about my relationships. If I spend all my time working, but I don't know my siblings or my parents anymore, isn't that a waste?
I believe it is. We are social creatures. At the end of the day, the stuff we collect, the cars, the gadgets, they don't hug us back. True wealth is found in the people who stand by you through thick and thin.
I had a realization a few years ago. I was always too busy to call my mom. I'd say, I'll do it tomorrow. Then one day, she had a health scare. Suddenly, my busy schedule didn't matter at all. I realized I was barking up the wrong tree by prioritizing work over family.
That's a powerful lesson, Emily. We often take the people we love for granted because we assume they will always be there. But life is fragile. To not waste your life is to love deeply and to show that love often.
It's also about being vulnerable. I think we waste a lot of life hiding our true selves. We wear masks, we are afraid to say, I'm struggling or I need help.
Precisely. Being perfect is a waste of time because perfection doesn't exist. There's so much beauty in our flaws and our struggles. When we share our real selves, we connect with others on a soul level. That is where life truly feels full.
Do you think it's possible to turn over a new leaf at any age? Like, if someone is 60 and feels they've wasted their life, is it too late?
Never. As long as you are breathing, there is time to make a change. It might be a small change, but it counts. It's about the direction you're facing, not how far you've traveled.
Jake, we've talked about regret, but I think the biggest wall stopping people from living fully is the fear of failure. People are absolutely terrified of looking foolish. They fear that if they chase a dream and fail, they will lose everything, including their self-respect.
That is so true, Emily. But we need to redefine what failure actually is. In modern society, we see failure as a dead end, but in reality, it is just feedback. If you try to paint a picture and it looks terrible, you haven't wasted your time. You've learned how to hold the brush. You've understood the colors. That experience is an asset.
Oh, I love that. It's just like learning English. So many people are afraid to speak because they might make a grammar mistake. They fear people will laugh at them. But if you don't speak incorrectly, you will never be able to speak correctly. By staying silent to stay safe, you are actually wasting your potential to connect.
Exactly. There is a concept called analysis paralysis. We spend so much time planning perfectly and worrying about every possible risk that we never actually start. That is the real waste. Life doesn't happen in the rough draft, it happens when you get your hands dirty.
I remember when we started this podcast, I was so scared that nobody would listen. I worried my voice was too fast or the topics were too boring. But then I realized I would rather be rejected than live my whole life with the question, what if? The pain of failure is temporary, but the pain of regret for not trying lasts forever.
Very deep, Emily. Imagine you are a ship, A ship in the harbor is very safe. The waves cannot sink it. But that is not what ships are built for. Ships are built to go out to sea and face the storms. Humans are the same. To not waste your life, you have to accept getting a little wet and a little bumped around.
So, what is our advice? How can they overcome that fear today?
Start small. Don't try to change your whole life in one day. If you're afraid of speaking English, try saying one sentence to a stranger online. If you're afraid to start a new hobby, give it 15 minutes a day. We should keep our chins up even when things don't go as planned. Don't see failure as an enemy, see it as a strict but helpful teacher.
That's right. And remember, the most successful people in the world are those who have failed the most. They are only different because they were willing to take the plunge one more time. They didn't let fear drive the ship of their lives. This has been such a meaningful conversation, Jake. I feel inspired. But before we wrap up, we should review some of the idioms we used today for our learners.
Great idea. Let's do it. I'll say the idiom, you give the definition, and then I'll provide an example sentence for our friends to shadow. Going through the motions.
Doing something because you have to, without any interest or excitement.
I felt like I was just going through the motions at my old office job. To seize the day.
To make the most of the present moment and take opportunities as they come.
I decided to seize the day and finally book my trip to Italy. Playing it safe.
Choosing the easy or secure option to avoid any risks.
Instead of starting her own business, she decided to play it safe and stay at her current company. Spinning one's wheels.
To put a lot of effort into something but make no progress.
I've been working on this project for weeks, but I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels. Pass someone by.
To happen without someone noticing or being able to take advantage of it.
Don't let these golden opportunities pass you by while you're waiting for the perfect time. Break the mold.
To do something in a completely new or different way.
The new director really wanted to break the mold and change how the school operates. Stuck in a rut.
To be in a boring situation that is hard to change.
If you feel stuck in a rut, try changing your morning routine. Stand by someone.
To remain loyal to someone and support them during difficult times.
My best friend stood by me through the whole divorce. Barking up the wrong tree.
Looking in the wrong place or accusing the wrong person.
If you think money will make you happy, you are barking up the wrong tree. Take the plunge.
They finally decided to take the plunge and move to Australia.
Thank you, Emily. Those are such useful phrases for everyday English. I hope our listeners found them helpful.
I hope so too. Remember, everyone, the best way to learn these is to use them. We have a little challenge for you. Leave a comment below using at least one of the idioms we talked about today. Tell us one thing you are going to do so you don't waste your life.
We read every single comment, and we love seeing your progress. Please listen to this episode multiple times. Repetition is the key to language learning. Practice your shadowing, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Exactly. Life is too short to worry about perfect grammar. Just start speaking. Thank you for joining us on the Jake and Emily podcast. We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye for now.